time to ring the bell, isn't it?
Not for 5 minutes yet.
You better ring it anyways. They're always late, and the biscuits is about done.
Well, what is so amusing?
Yes.
What is it?
Read it.
Has someone left you a fortune?
Just read it.
Mr. Jones, dear sir, shall arrive at the institution as soon after 6:30 as possible. Thanking you for providing me with this opportunity for observation and study, I'm yours most sincerely, Robert T. Long. What does it mean?
It's a British joke since the flood. It means that we are going to have the time of our young lives.
An elderly, well-to-do gentleman of excellent social position would like to visit a small, private select home for the insane for the purpose of investigation and study. Any information will be well paid for and gratefully appreciated. Address communications to Robert T. Long, Box 2, Morning Star.
Isn't it rich?
You don't mean to say...
I do. Answers that, and he answered my answer.
Well, where did you send him? His letter says to arrive at the institution as soon after 6:30 as possible.
Aha! That's where Uncle Henry X Jones was that head he's got. He's coming here, young lady. He's coming here.
What for?
What for? Reverend Castellati asked what for. She has read the ad and the letter is in her hand. I would advise a rescue.
I suppose I am dumb, but I don't understand. He wants to see a lunatic asylum, and you invited him here.
Exactly.
But we aren't lunatics.
Pretty batty bunch if you ask me.
Oh, several of us are a little queer, I know, but you'll never get them to believe that we're actually insane.
Oh, not you, dear young lady. I've decided that you should be my assistant, head nurse of the asylum.
And you?
I am the keeper. Good morning, Lizzie.
Good morning.
Have you finished the novel yet?
No, not yet. I'm just on the last chapter. It's awful sad.
What's the title of the novel?
United in Death. It's awful sad.
I can lend you a good story. It's called All for Love. It ends happily.
No thank you. I like the sad ones best. They seem more natural.
You'll be glad to meet the prince, Lizzie.
Huh?
I don't want to take it around, Lizzie. I don't want a soul but you and Miss Brown to know it. But Prince James Albert Alfred Edward Henry George of England, you know, who had such a sad love affair about 20 years ago. He fell in love with a waitress who waited on a table at the palace. She was dismissed, of course, and went to live in a boarding house. Then the prince went to live at that boarding house, and when they found that out, why, you know, she disappeared. Very sad. He spent years searching for her, but last gave up. Said he knew she was dead or he would have found her. He refused to marry the Princess Victoria Mary Louise, who broke her heart over him and died in the convent. Now he simply wanders over the world, seeking solace. I can cheer him up once in a while, but I'm too cheerful to do him any good, really. What he needs is the sympathy of some true womanly heart. It's very sad.
And he's coming here?
This morning, to breakfast, Lizzie. But he comes simply as Mr. Long. He does not wish to be known. I trust you do not betray him, especially Mrs. Simpkins, who I regret to say is not sympathetic.
Oh no, sir, I can keep a secret. I can't.
Remember, Lizzie, he has enemies who would stoop to any dastardly deed to do him harm.
Trust me, Mr. Jones.
You get the idea?
You may deceive her, Lizzie, but the rest won't believe that nonsense.
Each to his own folly. Everybody here is batty about something. Except us, of course. I shall tell our excellent landlady that our inquisitor friend Long is the Secret Service Governor Inspector of boarding houses bent on investigating her table.
Good heavens, she'll poison him.
Good morning, Miss Smith.
Perhaps this is good morning, Miss Jones, but one of my temperaments, mornings are simply an part of the day. To me, they don't begin till 1 p.m.
You should be an actress, Miss Smith.
Oh, don't I know it. I'm acting all the time. I've got so much temperament that sometimes the very sight of a typewriter makes you want to scream.
I wonder you don't leave the office. Go on stage. I'm sure you've got talent.
Mr. Jones, I've got genius. Though perhaps you think I shouldn't say it about myself. Why, I know it. Why, sometimes when I recite Asleep at the Switch for the Good Times Club, I make myself cry. My emotion is just so real.
You better watch out. Some of these managers will snatch you up one of these days.
Mr. Jones, I've never met one.
Well, you can't say that after today.
How's that?
Oh, nothing. I don't mind about telling you in case something does happen. You ought to be prepared in case he does offer you a contract. Mr. Robert T. Long, Velasco's right-hand man, you know. He's coming here this morning. Ought to be here now. He goes around like this looking for new talent. It isn't as easy to find as you might think, Miss Smith. Lord Long thinks he can tell a lot from the tone of a girl's voice about her temperament and all that.
Oh, believe me, he can, Mr. Jones. All my friends claim that my voice is the same temper and much more sympathetic quality than Ethel Barrymore's.
I don't know that I'm just the right thing in telling you, Miss Smith. Long is kind of touchy. He likes to do these things on the quiet.
You might trust my discretion, Mr. Jones. Introduce him as a bond salesman. I can act the part.
I'll do that.
Aren't you coming to breakfast, Mr. Jones, or doesn't the food tempt you? I'm sure I do my best, but I'd be glad for any suggestions.
Some coffee and chicken.
It's the best I can get at 40 cents a pound. I'm surprised you drink it if it's so bad, Mr. Roberts.
I should drink 3 cups of biscuit, 1 cup of coffee.
I'm waiting for someone. May I say a word, Miss Simpkins? Pardon me, folks. I beg you, do not alarm yourself. I only thought it kinder to prepare you.
I'd better look around a bit.
Oh no! Think how badly it would look if he should find you cleaning us at work. He might think you had something to hide.
My kitchen's that clean you couldn't soil your pocket handkerchief on it.
Of course. Ah, here's Miss Green. You work all the time.
I know, but the light was so good. I think this portrait's gonna make my fortune. I really do.
I suppose old Tony the Peanut Man will buy it to hang in front of his parlor.
Oh, really, Miss Simpkins? We wish Miss Green success, I'm sure.
But Miss Simpkins is right. Tony's a good subject, but not a good purchaser. Now, if only I could find an interesting face who'd let me paint it.
You go to the beauty doctors for that.
Just a word in confidence, Miss Green. Mr. Robert T. Long is coming here this morning.
I don't believe I've ever heard of him.
Never heard of him? Robert T. Long, an multimillionaire, made his fortune in safety pins. He's a Creole fellow, likes to travel around where he isn't known in study types.
But I don't see.
What this has to do with you? Just a minute. He thinks he's a fake Saint Napoleon. In fact, I have it from an intimate friend of his. An old Long gets exceedingly peevish when people can't see the resemblance. Now, if you, as an artist, should discover the resemblance and tell him...
I see. He might give me an order for a portrait. Thank you. I hope I'm not yet reduced to that sort of deception.
My mistake. Beg pardon. Thought you liked the job.
When may we expect your friend, Mr. Jones?
Any moment now. I think I'll look out for him.
Do you know Mr. Jones' friend, Miss Brown?